What's up? JC Wrong Strong, and today we're gonna be sharing the 10 worst types of people you could do time with. And this is the U.S. edition. I have to make the Mexican edition later, but this is the United States one. You encounter some people in there that are characters, and there's some crazy people in there that belong there. But that's between me and you. Alright? So, let's get the show started. Alright, character number 1. We call this character Grumpy. Grumpy is really mad because he's got a shitload of fucking time to do. And don't get me wrong, there's some cats that actually have a shitload of time and do their time and you know, they don't hate the world, they don't hate everything there. They actually do their time and they look at bettering themselves every day. So there's some cats that have time and do their time, you know. If you don't do your time right, the time does you. So that's the main thing, is that I'm pointing out these individuals so you could see the difference in the characters in there. The grumpy guy's always in a bad mood. He's bad. You know, little things set him off. He has a shitload of time. He complains about everything. He complains about the food. He complains about the cell. He complains about the mattress. Complains about fucking everything. The movement, the guards, everything. He's grumpy. So, you know, time's really hard on those kind of people. They usually end up in a hole a lot. A lot. Character number 2. Character number 2 is a very tricky character. We call him the sniper. What the sniper does, let me reverse back a little bit on that one. You can notice, you can point out a sniper because his pockets are sewn shut. He's not allowed to have pockets. And the reason why he's not allowed to have pockets is because he's been caught jerking off, looking at the female guards through his pockets. So what they do, what these fucking dudes do, is that they cut a hole in their pocket, stick their hands like they're just, you know, just walking the park, walking around, doing their thing. But in all honesty, they are jerking off through their pocket. Yeah. Pretty fucking sick, huh? But that's one of the characters in there. Character number 3. This guy's the guy that's always on the phone. As soon as count clears and they pop those doors open, he's the first one. Runs to the phone, puts his chair down, or his chair's already there, waiting for the phone. And pretty much by him putting his chair there, that means you can't use the phone until he's done. We call those the phone riders. They live and die by the fucking phone. We go on a lockdown, these guys lose their fucking shit because they can't be on the phone. It's crazy. But like I said, there's a lot of characters in there. A lot. Next one, the rapper. There are guys in there that rap all fucking day about everything. I had a cellmate, and he rapped 24/7 about the food, about the uniform, about me, about the toilet, about brushing his teeth. He constantly rapped every day. There was times where I wanted to fucking commit suicide, and I did not want to hear him rap no more. That was the longest 3 months of my life. All he did was rap. All right, moving on the list. The sleeper. I had a cellmate that did this also. These guys sleep their whole bit away. If they got 10 years, guess what? They're sleeping it away. They'll go to work, come back, get in bed, go to sleep. These guys actually can't function at higher level yards, and I'll explain that in another video. But in higher level yards, you're not allowed to sleep all day. As soon as those doors pop, you better be ready to go. What we call in the penitentiary, suited and booted. And I'll have another video for prison slang words, but suited and booted means you better be ready to go. And the sleeper has no chance of surviving there. They usually go to the hole so they can sleep their whole bit away. So, moving down the list, the Viking. Now these are some gross motherfuckers. These guys will go work out to the yard, sweat their asses off, then come back and lay in their bed. Yeah. With the sweaty ass jogging pants that they had on, the sweaty ass shirt, and the sweat still pouring down their forehead. They'll lay in bed, cover up, go to sleep without showering. And this almost is intoxicating, because if you have a cellmate that is this dirty, there's going to be problems, because in a 6x6 cell, you can only take so much smell. That kind of rhymes. I'm a rapper. All right, moving on. The head cook. The head cook is usually a guy that's been in the penitentiary for a long time. He's been made the head cook. So when you work in the kitchen, as I did, you have to ask him permission for everything. You get a couple of knucklehead inmates that go in there and don't think they need to ask them for permission for shit, because they have that inmate or gangster, mentality. They don't have to ask a fucking inmate for shit. He's not a guard. But the head cook, whether you like it or not, makes shit happen. He can make sure that you do get a lot of chicken to steal and take home, or he can make sure that you don't get no chicken to take home. So, you either love him or hate him. But the head cook runs shit in the fucking kitchen. So don't get it twisted. Let's move down the list. Now we have the inmate that has a PhD in everything. He knows everything. He obviously learned how to play chess while he was in prison. He's gotten good at it. So now he knows everything. He knows how electronics work. He knows even how to fly a plane. These guys are the inmates that we call PhD in everything. But they don't know how to read. Like I said, some very tricky inmates in there. Characters like cartoons. Yeah. Alright, let's move it down. We got the inmate that thinks he's friends with all the guards. This one can be dangerous. It's a double-edged sword. Why? Because there's times where you could actually use this guy. Say they raid your cell, right? They come in, they confiscate some stuff that you shouldn't have. By that, I don't mean like shanks or drugs or anything like that. Just stuff you have altered, a radio, and there you do a lot of stuff to your devices in order to make them work better, put an antenna on it, stuff like that. So if you alter it, they can take it away, technically, and a stinger to warm up water, they'll take that shit away. So what happens with this inmate that thinks that he's friends with all the guards, you could actually use him, because if something gets taken away from you, you know, ask him, hey, you know, can you get that out of the, you know, out of the guard's room, and, you know, I'll throw you some stamps or something, and they'll eventually, they'll get it for you. But you have to be very careful what you tell these guys, because at the same time, they could snitch on you. And they probably do, because they usually have a lot of, you know, priorities that normal inmates don't have. So you gotta watch out for that one. That one's a tricky one. And the last but not least is the Penitentiary Kingpin. This dude right here will tell you stories all day about how he had Ferraris, Mercedes, how he had millions of dollars, how he had it all out there. He partied with the stars. He did everything under the sun. And then after he tells you his story, he asks you if he could have 2 soups from your locker. Right? So you were a kingpin, had millions of dollars, but you don't have 2 soups? Okay. They usually don't even have soap. And they usually got arrested for drug possession, not drug distribution. There's a big difference. When you get picked up for drug distribution, that probably means that you're selling drugs. Drug possession is that you're probably using drugs. And there's a lot of fake kingpins in there. Yeah. This is why doing time, man, is for the birds. You know, all these rap songs and all this stuff that glamorizes all this drug sales, drug use, and all this shit is just, it's a big lie. Trust me. You don't want to go in there. You don't want to do time. You don't want to be told when to go to bed, when to wake up, when to eat, when to shit, when to go to the yard. Trust me. This is why I share these videos. This is why I put these out. It's for educational purposes, so you guys do not make the mistake of going in there and thinking that that's what gangsters do. No. The real gangsters are out here, working, providing for their family, making sure that they're changing the community and doing better things. JC, Wrong to Strong. I am Wrong to Strong. Love yourself. Don't judge nobody. Give somebody a hug and stay in your lane. Because at the end of the day, you are nobody to judge nobody.